Yeah, so talk about social anxiety and depression.
Okay. Yeah. So like the pandemic caused a spike in mental health concerns, particularly social anxiety and depression. Now, if you think about it, social anxiety oftentimes is when people have a false understanding of how they're being viewed by others, and so that makes them less likely to want to engage people in various social settings. And so when all of a sudden you've got conditions where we have to stay home and not engage people socially, for some people that was fine. People are like, great, I don't like to go out anyway, I have no problems with that. For others like myself, who I tend to be very sociable and I love to get together with my friends, that was hard. It was really hard to deal with. um, and so that, of course, in turn could increase the rates, and it did, the rates of depression, because people are becoming more isolated, particularly those who are not very tech savvy and couldn't stay connected via Zoom calls, FaceTime, or whatever medium people are using to stay connected. So we did see a skyrocket of mental health concerns, particularly social anxiety and depression,
Yeah,
um, because of just the challenges that we were facing with the pandemic. But now, like I said, now that things are starting to open up a little bit more, we're getting the pandemic under control. People increasingly have an opportunity to re-engage their loved ones, their friends, their family members, return to work, and I would encourage people to do that, and not and try to, as much as possible, interact with people face to face, as opposed to doing so online. Online interactions just really are not. They're a very limited substitute for healthy personal interactions.
absolutely. And also I wanted to talk about your business and how's that going?
Good. It takes some time to get a counseling practice opened up, but the pieces are falling into place for me, and so I definitely appreciate you asking about that. And I plan on specializing in general mental health counseling, but also with and specialize in addiction counseling as well. So addictions are a far-reaching problem that a lot of times people aren't aware of.
Okay, okay. And where can people find you online if you want to give your info?
Well, and again, I don't know where all of your listeners are located. Um,
They're all over the world.
well, that's good. That's good. Well, I'm primarily limited. I'm licensed in the state of New York, so I am pretty limited. As folks pretty much anywhere in New York can either call my office or get a hold of me. I'm still in the process of getting my website set up and getting everything in place for that. But
Yeah.
it's Andersen Mental Health Counseling, and that's just my last name, and mental health counseling is the subtitle. And the phone number is 716-307-3055. And that's the phone number people can reach to get a hold of me to set up an appointment. So yeah, it's been quite a ride, and I do miss elements of the college environment, as you said earlier. I was the director of the Center for Student Wellness at St. Bonaventure University, where your brother works. That's he's a good guy. We get together for every now and then, for even after uh, even after me leaving the university. I still keep in touch with your brother, and
Yeah.
um, so I worked on campus as a counselor, but also the administrator over health services and the counseling center on campus. So, but yeah, so transitions, not, we just had a baby. My wife and I had another baby, and throw all that into the mix with a pandemic, and it makes for a pretty stressful past couple of years.
All right, cool, cool. And yeah, I mean, I'll write it in description so everybody can take a look at it again. And yeah, thank you once again for tuning in. Thank you for, chopping it up with me. And
Oh yeah.
hopefully, the listeners learn something and actually apply it to their life, or
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be useless, as well as seek professional help when you can,
Yeah.
talk to somebody, friend,
Mm-hmm.
family, and somebody that you trust.
Yep.
and just don't keep everything to yourself sometimes. And
Don't bottle it up. You bottle it up, and eventually it causes problems. So
yes, yeah,
definitely good to, and if reach out to folks wherever you're located in the world. There's counselors, pastors. If you're having a hard time making connections with others on your own, definitely don't hesitate to let those that for a living work in the fields, counseling and your churches or whatever. They can be great ways of connecting you into folks to help bolster that all important support system.
okay. And that's as well as that's why I'm doing the one-on-one coaching too. So if you guys get a chance, we can book a session and we can talk some things. And I'm gonna leave it right there. Peace
Mm-hmm.
out.
Sounds good. Thanks, David.
All right.